Vajrapani mantra 7 times. Inviting His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng to perform blessings with mala. Okay. Inviting His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng to set simultaneation to bless the registration forms, hallmark cards, and all the offerings with Vajra bell and scepter. Please rise and join your palms with reverence. We are inviting His Holiness to perform the ritual of opening the Homa fire hilt, to set simultaplication around it, to make all the offerings, and to perform mudra transformations for purifications, enrichments, magnetization, subjugation, and further deliverance. Please recite the Hat Mantra of Marici Bodhisattva. Recite that mantra so the eight bits of deities encamped in
องมานิเป็นมีหอมองปนโมลินโตลิงโสหามองฮาฮาฮาเวสัมมเยโสหามองจุลีจุลีจวนทีโสหามองจัมบาลาชาลังชาลาเยโสหามองอาหอมเปจากุรุเปมาสิติหอมเสองอาหอมกุรุเปอาเฮสัสมหาเลียนเซิงสิติหอมเตียทาอมเปคาจยะเปคาจยะมาฮาเปคาจยะลาจาสโมแคเดโสหาม南无36万亿与水19500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿与水19500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿与水19500同名同号阿弥陀佛。
Please recite the supplication to the Guru Buddha to stay in samsara. I pay homage and supplicate His Holiness the virtuous and marvelous Tantrika, all Buddhas in the Buddha verses as numerous as grains of sand, compassionate Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, and Dakinis, protectors of Dharma. The three poisons are proliferating endlessly. Our body and soul are stricken, tumbling in the misery of perpetual rebirth. With great compassion, His Holiness descended upon this world to salve its deluded ones. The three jewels emanate wondrous light to provide refuge for all. All fortunate beings, humans, and devas rely on His Vajra body, with the bestowal of teachings, vows, precepts, empowerments, and attainments. We disciples of the Buddha plead that you stay in samsara to turn the Dharma wheel to benefit and give happiness to multitudes of sentient beings. Merit dedication. May all uphold the Buddha, ascend to the realm of utmost bliss, repaying fourfold generosities from above, aiding those in the three realms below. Upon seeing the Buddha, may we transcend life and death like the Buddha, may we liberate all. To Buddha's good disciples, wholeheartedly pray to the main deity of Homa today, Namo Marici Bodhisattva, the warrior Vajra. By your boundless, majestic Vajra Dharma power to protect our lineage Guru, to be free from disasters, to be always healthy, happy, strong, unhindered, radiant, live a long life in samsara, to be endowed with riches, love, and respect, and good affinities, to turn the Dharma wheel of the true Buddha Dharma to benefit all sentient beings in the 10 Dharma realms. Inviting His Holiness Living Buddha Lien Sung to perform the overall merit dedication. Om Mani Ji Soha. We pray that you bless us. That the netherworld spirits will receive clear light radiance and be reborn into the pure Buddha verses. We pray that you bless us with good health, that all is auspicious, and according to our wishes, calamities transform into auspiciousness and strong spiritual commitment, and to always be diligent Om Mani Ji Soha. Please bless us. so that we attain fruition from our spiritual cultivation. Stay undisturbed, that all wandering spirits and ghosts can disappear. May we be endowed with auspiciousness during the day, auspiciousness at night, auspiciousness around the clock. And may those amidst auspiciousness pray to Marici Bodhisattva for her protection, to be supported by the protector, absorbed by the yidam, blessed by the Guru. Om Manichi Soha. And gods in heavens, gods on earth, may we be far from all calamities. May all calamities abandon us. Let all disasters turn into dust. May all of our prayers be completely fulfilled. Om Manichi Soha. May the viruses disperse, calamities disperse, natural disasters disperse, karmic sicknesses disappear, bad affinities disappear, bad thoughts disappear. Hundred syllable mantra 3 times.
Ha 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 ba ga wen sao wa ta tha ga ta pe za ma mi men cha pe zi ba wa ma ha sam ma ya sắc tổ a hom pe om pe za sa to sam ma ya ma nu pa na ya pe za sa to te nu pa di cha je zo mi pa wa su to kha yu mi pa wa su bu kha yu mi pa wa an nơ la to mi pa wa sa wa si di me pu la ya cha sa wa ga ma su cha me si ta mu si di yen go do hom ha 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 ba ga wen sao wa ta tha ga ta pe za ma mi men cha pe zi ba wa ma ha sam ma ya sắc tổ a hom pe om pe za sa to sam ma ya ma nu pa na ya pe za sa to te nu pa di cha je zo mi pa wa su to kha yu mi pa wa su bu kha yu mi pa wa an nơ la to mi pa wa sa wa si di me pu la ya cha sa wa ga ma su cha me si ta mu si di yen go do hom ha 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 ba ga wen sao wa ta tha ga ta pe za ma mi men cha pe zi pa wa ma ha sam ma ya sắc tổ a hom pe 做观想大礼拜，以拜根本传承上师体系。
Great home is choosing visualization for student Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize for procession on the ground, release the mudra second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize for procession on the ground, release the mudra third to all Herukas and Dhamma protectors. Visualize for procession on the ground, release the mudra. Fourth, equality to all. Recite completion mantra. Let's give a great round of applause to show our utmost gratitude to our lineage Guru for presiding over this Marici Bodhisattva Homa fire offering
请
ceremony.
大家恭敬合掌，恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛。
Now let us join our palms with reverence, and together we inviting His Holiness to bestow the precious Dharma teachings. Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus, homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming, homage to Master Sakya Tsung Kung, homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa, and homage to Master Thupten Tarchi. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of Homa today, Marici Bodhisattva. Sumo Tanchen Katso Tuten Siti Tuten Kama. All Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma tutors, temple and center directors, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good afternoon, everyone. How do you do? I would like to announce for next Sunday, October 29th at 3 p.m. there would be the five-color Akalanata. Akalanata. The five-color Akalanata was first transmitted in Jiayi. The origin was from Japan during the Three Kingdom, which is Tokugawa. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't get. So in the area which is where Tokyo is now, there was a monk who set up the five-color Akalanata in that area. So that the Jianghu, which is where the Tokyo is, was protected. So it started out in Japan, and then later on I transmitted the five-color Akalanata Homa in Jiayi, Taiwan, and transmitted the teaching of the Akalanata. So next Sunday we will have the five-color Akalanata Homa fire offering ceremony. And we all know about Akalanata, which was Vairocana Buddha of the five Dhyani Buddhas, the wrathful emanation or transformation of Vairocana Buddha. So, of the five wisdom kings or Vidyarajas of Japanese Santrayana, Akalanata is the most important one. That's the mantra. And then the mudra is the short mudra. And the image or the appearance of Akalanata one of the eye is squinting and an angry or wrathful look, and one hand is holding a precious sword and the other hand is holding a lasso, a divine lasso, and he's seated on a bed of rock or rock bed, and the two fangs are showing, and the right fang is, or the upper fang protruding downward and the lower fang protruding upward. So the five color Akalanata is very special. And today we perform Marici Homa. Actually, Marici Bodhisattva has very deep affinity with Buddha school. In the earliest time, she's also Vairocana Buddha's emanation. Vairocana Buddha's emanation. The mantra. And her Vajra name is the warrior Vajra, or the majestic warrior. And this deity is all related to Japan. All the ninjas worship Marici. All the ninjas would worship or pray to Marici. So, because she can become invisible and free, so can appear and disappear instantly. So therefore, she's the patriarch of the ninjas. And she also has an appearance as a celestial maiden who's holding a fan. And she's a god for battles. That's why she's called power showing Vajra or warrior Vajra. And she always wins in battles. And she has three faces. And the appearance of Marici Bodhisattva with three faces, each face with 3 eyes and 8 arms. And she's an emanation of Vairocana Buddha and can become invisible and has self-mastery, divine power. If you enshrine or worship Marici at home, then you will not have thieves coming to the house. That's the benefits. If you practice Marici Dharma practice, nobody can take advantage of you. The tangible ones or the intangible ones. When you read Marici Sutra, you would know. In the Marici Sutra, it's written that she can alleviate lots of disasters. That Marici is always traveling in front of the sun. So Marici cannot be seen, captured, cheated, bound by anyone. No one will owe her death. Karmic creditors cannot take advantage of her. So Marici will protect me during travel or when it's not the travel, while not traveling, in the day, at night, amid karmic enemies, amid legal and political troubles, from robbery and thefts, and at all places at all times. So she's a protector god, and this deity is under contract with True Buddha School. So all True Buddha School disciples will be protected by her. Sakyamuni Buddha told all the bhikshus, if anyone can write the sutra, recite, uphold, and insert it into one's hair or clothes, and carry it at all times, then all misfortunes will recede. By writing her name or reciting her mantra or inserted in one's hair or ornament or inside one's clothes, and wherever you go, everything bad will disappear. This is about Marici. And you need to at least chant 100,000 to 300,000 recitation of her mantra, and there are many other rituals. And she can make you invisible or resolve your drowsiness, the mantra. Amiti, Amiti. And under Marici's charge are numerous beings. In Taoism, she is the Big Dipper, planetary star who's in charge of the 28 planetaries, in charge of all the planets. So she's the leader of the 28 planetaries and 36 heavenly gods and 72 earthly gods under Marici's control. So this deity is quite great. All these jokes are not funny. This one's not bad. In the psychiatry, there is a patient who climbed up the electric power pole and not wanting to come back, and the doctor yelled, "Come down! If you don't come down, I would saw and the pole, and then you will fall." But the patient stayed up there, didn't want to come down. And there's another patient, mental patient, came by and said, "You come down. If you don't, I would break the pole." And immediately, that other patient came down, and the doctor was curious. I asked you, but you didn't come down. And then the other mental patient asked you, and you came down. And the patient said, "Are you mad? Let me tell you. You're not crazy, but he's crazy. So he dares to do it." So when the doctor asked him to come down, he didn't come down because the doctor was not crazy, but the other mental patient was crazy. There are many jokes about mental patients. There was a psychiatry. It was raining, and then many mental patients took the basin or get showers under the rain. They all got in the rain, and then except one. And when the doctor saw that, this patient has good signs. And then the doctor asked him, "Everybody's got in the rain. How come you don't get shower?" And he said, "Don't you know? I'm waiting for it to be warm, waiting for the hot water." Many jokes. Another one. The psychiatrist was testing the mental patients, and he drew a door on the wall, and then told all the mental patients, if you walk out from here, the door, then you can leave the hospital. Everybody rushed and was trying to open the door, and the door stayed closed, except one was smiling and standing on the side. And the doctor thought, "Oh, maybe this patient is almost recovered." And so he asked him, "Why didn't you open the door and escape?" And then the patient replied, "But the key is with me." During an afternoon nap, the husband was rubbing the temples and said, "Oh, I have a headache." And the wife said, "Oh, are you catching cold?" "No, because in my brains it's just you." And when the wife heard that, she's quite happy. But the husband continued, "You were skinny before. I could stand it okay, but now You've become so big, so that's why you push against my head. That's why I have a headache.
两个男生讲话，
Two men was talking to each other,
说
and A said,
我老婆很厉害，她改变了
"My wife is incredible. She changed my faith."
这个 B
And B
A
asked A,
她是如何办到的
"How?"
A 回答，
And A replied,
我是
"In the past, I don't believe in anything.
直到我结婚后，
But after I married her, I knew. But that hells do exist."
好，我们进入你问我答。
Now we'll do the question and answer.
又是马来西亚，
From Malaysia again,
真问
from Lianhua Meizhen,
传承
homage to the lineage Guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng.
卢师尊佛安，
Beloved Grandmaster Lu,
感恩
peace with you. Thank you for resolving my question. Thank you.
弟子
One.
修释迦行，无论是
In my practice, in our practice of the four preliminaries for newcomers or old timers before spiritual union, may we
早
also practice the following. A. In the morning, a session of the four preliminaries or Guru Yoga, and at night, a session of the smoke offering. B.
上一坛，
In the morning, a session of the four preliminaries or Guru Yoga,
晚上一
and at night,
父母供，
a session of the fire offering. C.
早上一坛，
In the morning, a session of the four preliminaries, and at night, the Guru Yoga.
请问可以同时修 ABC？
Can we practice ABC at the same time?
如果你们怎么回答？
How would you answer?
随便你选啦，
It's up to you.
现在啦，
Yes. We make it easy, whatever.
啊，你早上修释迦行，
In the morning, four preliminaries or Guru Yoga, at night, smoke offering. In the morning, four preliminaries and Guru Yoga, at night, fire offering.
释迦行
In the morning, four preliminaries, and at night, Guru Yoga.
随便你选，
It's up to you.
这随啊，OK，
Go ahead.
这个随便的，
Choose whatever you want.
可以。第二个问题，
Second question.
问师尊，
In our practice
修法
of the combined
迦行，
four preliminaries and Guru Yoga,
无论是新皈依或皈
for newcomers or old timers
没有相应
before spiritual union, may we also practice the following.
是 ABC。
Also ABC.
早上一坛
In the morning, a session of the combined practice.
烟供法，
At night,
火供吗？
smoke and fire offering.
师尊新皈依的弟子可以直接修
Can people who just took refuge perform the combined practice of the four preliminary and Guru Yoga?
以上的修法，早上一坛，晚上
By practicing once in the morning and once at night,
成就吗？
may we accelerate the attainment of our Dharma practice?
也是 ABC。
Also ABC.
有法师开示讲，
A Dharma teacher once said that we must first perform the four preliminaries before doing other practices, because Grandmaster has stated that by gaining spiritual union in one Dharma practice, all the rest of the practices will be achieved.
修200
There is also a Dharma brother who has some spiritual responses who said that one can start practicing Guru Yoga after completing 200 sessions of the 4 preliminaries. Is it correct? I've also heard differing opinions by various Dharma propagators. And third question. During Grandmaster's Dharma ceremonies attended in person or on the internet or through the internet, would my visualization for karma eradication in Homa fire here, first for myself, then for my parents, children, siblings, one by one in the fire, eradicating their karma, be beneficial for them? Wish Guru Buddha great health, peace, longevity, self-mastery. Please stay in samsara for a very, very long time. She said attending ceremonies presided by Grandmaster, visualizing her or herself in the Homa fire for karma eradication, first for herself, then for the parents, children, siblings, one by one, eradicating karma. Would that be beneficial for them? What do you think? Yes, okay, if you said so, then that must be. It's best if you, parents, siblings, children, all visualize them in the fire, your neighbors, your friends, visualize all of them. Might as well. If you live in Kaohsiung, then you just visualize all the people in Kaohsiung. And you're in Malaysia, and then you might as well visualize all the people in your province into the Homa fire. Amitabha.
一般来讲，释迦行是这样子，要10万遍。
Typically speaking,
每天要10万，念四皈依咒10万遍。
the 4 preliminaries, each of the 4 preliminaries needs 100,000 times each. The great prostration, great offering, refuge.
有师兄讲200遍就可以。
But how come a Dhamma brother said 200 times? No, but you need 100,000 times for each of them. Chanting the fourfold refuge mantra, great prostration, great mandala offering, 100,000 times each. Repentance practice 100,000 times each. That's the rule, the requirement in the Tibetan Tantrayana. 100,000 times each. So one needs to practice the 4 preliminaries until attaining spiritual union before practicing other Dharma practices. A Dharma teacher said so. Actually, after performing great prostration 100,000 times and you receive spiritual responses, it would be easier to perform other Dharma practices because the 4 preliminaries are the foundation of the house. If you build a solid foundation, then you will not have any problem building the house. But without a strong and solid foundation, and then you continue building, then it may lean over or without a strong or good foundation, it would be like Dazi in Taipei, Taiwan, where the building sank. So when they dig on the ground, all the buildings surrounding it lean over and almost topple. So the foundation is the most important. The 4 preliminaries are the most important. Every day you should perform the great prostration
或者念四皈依，
or chant the fourfold refuge mantra or repentance dharma practice 100,000 times each. Great prostration 100,000 times. Fourfold refuge mantra 100,000 times. Great offering 100,000 times. Repentance practice 100,000 times. So you should do these 4 preliminaries first.
做好了，相应就很快。
If you do them well, then spiritual union would be swift and easy.
那现在如果是修这个
Now, if you practice,
其他的本尊法的时候，
when you practice other deity yogas,
法的时候，
Guru Yoga and other deity yogas,
气脉明点，和修
then it's okay for you to also practice the inner tantric practices of the chi channels and light drops. However, the 4 preliminaries are the foundation. But if you do Guru Yoga or other deity yoga, you can also do the inner tantric practices.
加上之相应，
So, but it's also okay to perform the 4 preliminary practices together or combined with the Guru Yoga.
这是回答这个马来西亚。
That's the answer to Lian Hua Mei Zhen from Malaysia.
小明入学已经有段时间，
Xiaoming's been in school for a while, for a period of time,
语句的句子
and the teacher said,
加
use an analogy
的效果。
that can improve communication. Communication.
这个回家的时候，爸爸就问小明
So on the way home, Dad asked Xiaoming,
高飞之音，善
"山之虎, the tiger of the mountain, the the high-flying eagle,
哪一种？
or
小明
the warrior wolf, or the agile leopard, or the loyal dog. Which one are you?" And Xiaoming immediately answered without thinking, "Is that I am the horse who harmed the flock."
对结婚2年的夫妻，
A couple who's been married for 2 years are
丈夫讲
were in an argument for some reason, and the husband said,
削骨垫下巴，还有
"You enlarge your breasts and
结婚
fix the chin and the eyelids and heighten your nose and everything. So anything else that you cheat on me this past 2 years?" And the wife explained my gender. So everything is fake.
有一个61岁的老妇人，
A 61-year-old lady. 61 is an old lady?
让我将
Then
80岁
I'm almost 80
公公
and I will be old grandpa.
一个61岁的老妇人，因为
An old 61 lady was hospitalized because of a heart attack.
停留的之际，
And when she was in a coma on the surgery table, she went
上帝讲
and met God, and she asked God, "Is it my time for me to die?" And God said, "No, not yet. You still have 27 years, 2 months, and 8 days to live on. Wow, so 61 plus 27, she would live till 88. So you still have 27 years, 2 months, and 8 days to live. When she came back, she decided at the hospital to enlarge her nose, to have a double eyelid, and to take out the fat and enlarge the breasts and the behind, and change her look completely, and even dye her hair and whiten her teeth, and she was ready to live a new life for a very long time. But when she got out of the hospital, as she crossed the house, she was hit by an ambulance and died. So after death, she went back to the God and asked him, "But you told me that I still have 27 years. Then why didn't you let me avoid this accident?" And God replied, what? I don't recognize you anymore. When a man is only loved by a woman, then your husband. When several women loves you, then you're a man. When you're loved by over a dozen women, then you're a lover. When you're loved by a few hundred women, then you're an idol. When you're loved by a few thousand women, then you're a hero. When you're loved by a few tens of thousands of women, then you're a leader. And you're loved by the whole country, then you're money. But when the whole world, the women of the whole world love you, then you must be a toilet paper. That's funny. This is dialogue on the phone. Hey bro, can I ask you? And he replied, what's up? And if I won 350 million lottery, how much tax do I have to pay? And the answer is, if there is an if, then there's no need to pay taxes. Now we'll talk about the Vimalakirti Sutra. This good virtue Bodhisattva asked Vimalakirti, what is a Dharma offering feast? because we have written for giving Dharma is superior.
佛法来布施，
So you use Buddha Dharma as
有时候我们
in giving would be the best kind of giving.
在香港，
I remember before in Hong Kong, the first time I conducted ceremony
桌子在这个法座的前面，
in front of the Dharma
施为上，
table, there was also written
最好
that giving Dharma is superior. So it is the best kind of giving.
的善德菩萨所问
So good virtue Bodhisattva asked Vimalakirti,
何谓也？然后为什么法师会比较
why
最好的？
a Dharma giving Dharma is the best?
那么维摩诘就回答：
And Vimalakirti replied,
菩提起于慈心。 他说，因为法师是慈
it is because it is offered with compassionate heart arising from the mind for enlightenment.
我以前曾经讲过，
Or actually loving kindness.
因为法师就是慈悲喜舍，
Because
众生慈悲喜舍
giving Dharma is loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity.
去新加坡，新加坡有一个人，
When I visited Singapore, they have the rickshaw that's being pulled by a human,
那我就坐在一个
and I was on the rickshaw,
那个拉车的拉到一半，他回头
and the rickshaw puller halfway asked me, "Hey, 师父, give me 4 letters,
给我4个字啊，
or 4 letters, or 4 numbers."
4个字，
And I thought at that time, 4 letters,
慈悲喜舍，
loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity.
那个拉人力车的，
And the rickshaw puller, upon hearing that 4 characters, became really weak and then put down the rickshaw and did not move anymore. And I was curious why.
觉得很奇怪，他就
I said, loving kindness, compassion, joy, equanimity. Why did he stop? So he became very unhappy
心里很不高兴。
and upset. I did not know what happened,
跟我讲
what's going on,
字，我当然讲慈悲喜舍。
because he asked for 4 letters from me.
啊，原来啊，
And it turned out
就是要4个字，
they have their lottery that needs 4 letters or 4 numbers. Now I know.
才知道说原来要4个字是这样。
So that's what he wanted.
新加坡、马来西亚都有4个字。
So they have those 4 number lottery in Singapore and Malaysia.
这慈的意思
So loving kindness
就是给人快乐，
is to give people happiness.
慈悲喜舍。
I've talked about loving kindness, compassion, joy, and calamity. Loving kindness means giving others happiness, and that is generating bodhicitta, generating the mind for enlightenment
我们不要给
for the sake of sentient beings. This is important. We want to give others happiness and not
佛
suffering.
的本身的教义，
The teachings of the Buddha is loving kindness, which means giving others happiness.
菩提呀、你菩提心，
And Puti, bodhicitta in the beginning is to give others happiness.
就给人快乐是什么呢？
So what is giving others happiness? Then
救度
you can save sentient beings
那么起大悲心，就是第2个字是悲，
and generate compassionate heart.
无人的
The second word is compassion, is to resolve other people's suffering.
得菩萨，
Like great virtue Bodhisattva, he is resolving other people's suffering. However, it's limited to only 7 days by performing the feast offering to let you filled. But after 7 days, then he doesn't do it anymore. So with limited money, limited space, and limited time, he could alleviate the sufferings. But to alleviate it for the whole life is only by generating great compassionate heart, mind. So compassion is to resolve other people's suffering. With the joyous heart mind arising from upholding the right Dharma. So Buddha Dharma is considered right Dharma. So joy is the third character. Then you would have a joyous heart mind. Because we know, like we often say, because doing good, that you like doing good, that after you do good, then you would feel joyful. Naturally. So good things or doing good deeds make you happy. So give others happiness, alleviate their suffering, and then you're joyful because of the right Dharma, and you do it with joy, and you receive joy with equanimity through mastering wisdom. If you have equanimity, and if you forsake or give equally, that means you have wisdom. So you don't give or forsake for a particular reason. Because I gain benefit from it or from you, then I would give you. That's not the case. But you give unconditionally. That means giving impartially or equally. So equal equanimity toward friends and foes. And that's because you have wisdom. How can you give equally? Because now we know that each sentient being has Buddha nature. Whether you're a good person or a bad person, a man or a woman, or handicapped, uneducated, but they all Buddha nature. Even more so, not just human beings, all animals too have Buddha nature. All living beings have Buddha nature. So this is about equanimity and equally. So when you have wisdom, the wisdom of the Buddha Dharma, which is also called Buddha wisdom, then you would understand that there is no differences between humans. There's no good or bad, man or woman, sick or handicapped, are all treated as Buddhas. Adult or children, they're all Buddhas. Then you would have wisdom or equal equanimity with wisdom. So no differentiation. Whether you're beautiful or ugly, whether you're fragrant or stinky, all the same, you all have Buddha nature.
这一点很重要。
This is very important
你是智慧的行，
because
有了智慧，
you perform it with wisdom.
有智慧，
So, by having wisdom, you perform equanimity.
谈波罗蜜，
From the perfection of giving to attract the greedy ones.
你要度化。我们人本身来讲，很多人
As people, we all have greed. Many people are greedy.
但是你为了
However,
把你的贪心消除掉，
in order to eliminate the greed,
谈波罗
you need to learn
谈波罗蜜是什么呢？就是布施，
giving paramita, which is
六度当中的第一个。
the perfection of giving, the first one.
布施
Generosity, giving.
解除你本身的贪念。
By performing giving, then you can alleviate your own greed.
所以这十人金刚，这个我的床的上面有一个
So, above my bed, there is a Kala Chakra,
平安的上师跟这个哈
which was a piano, and
寿
who
司哈，
and the senior reverend that hang the Kala Chakra.
是一个十人金刚，
There is a Kala Chakra above my
上
bed.
床睡觉，十人金刚就跟我讲话，
One time I got onto bed and Kala Chakra told me,
你不要聚财，
do not accumulate wealth. You should not accumulate wealth. You should not keep saving money. Because for Grandmaster,
不是说喜欢钱，
it's not that I like money,
喜欢钱，就是
that I really like money, but I don't spend.
我讲了，在美国我花钱，
As I've said, all I've spent in America is to buy gasoline for the cars.
我买油就加钱，回台湾
And back to Taiwan, all I bought was water,
因为我也不敢喝台
bottled water, because I don't dare to drink tap water in Taiwan.
喝水就喝，
So I drink bottled water,
我喝瓶装水还要选那个
and I have to drink the Fiji bottled water,
其他的水我也不喝，
and I don't drink other bottled water, only Fiji
瓶装水。
bottled water.
台湾就这样买水，
So in Taiwan, I just buy water. In America, I buy gas for the cars.
那其他的我什么都不用花，
And then I don't need to spend on anything else.
那钱做什么？
And so what is the money for then?
十人金刚
To be saved. And Kalachakra knows
他就跟我讲，
that I'm saving money. And he told me, do not accumulate wealth.
你要记得啊，
Then what should I do? Then you should accumulate merits and virtue. So he told me to accumulate merits and virtue and not wealth. So the Kalachakra is alive after you hang it there.
那就是什么？布施。
And he told me, okay, I don't accumulate or I don't save the money, then what should I do? Should give it away. And true enough,
现在
I should give.
那台湾那边说啊，台币呀，no，在美国哪有
And so I donated
5万？
250,000 US dollars, not Taiwan dollar.
人家盖老人院，
When they built the nursing home
他的那个
or senior home and the living room
客厅要捐，我就捐了25万。
needed a donation, so I donated $250,000.
到了那个老人院，你就看
And
到
then, what is it for? When you go there, you would see a placard, Sang Yen Lu Foundation there.
深夜布施基金会。现在你到那个国际诊所，
Now, if you go to ICHS,
那个
the International Community Health
深夜路反电信，
or health center. You also see Sang Yen Lu Foundation there.
诊所有好几间呢，
Uh,
只有一间，另外还有
there are several of them. One in Bellevue,
住的地方，
one in Ballard,
好像现在有3间还是4间。
and several of them, 3 or 4, and they continue to expand.
如生念住宿，
And on their
住的是5间，
on their
是如生的房间。
lobby, there's always the placard Sang Yen Lu Foundation because we donated to them. International Community Health Services,
谈波罗蜜，
ICHS.
波罗蜜，
So you need to give. So that's giving paramita or the perfection of generosity. So you, from giving, you can arrive at the other shore. So we all have to do it. No need to save the money because there's no use for us.
做布施用，
So the money is for giving, for charity, for helping, because we have enough. So there's no need to continue saving it.
很多东西都有，
We have many things.
就穿的是喇嘛装，
All I wear is Lama outfit,
人家送的，
and the dragon robes are also given by others. The Lama robe are given. Everything on my body are given by others,
送以外，
except the body itself. Everything else are given by others,
裤子也，
including the underwears, underpants, undershirts,
我穿的内衣也是人家送的，
also given by others.
内衣内裤，那个Morgan 送的，
The undershirts and underpants are given by Morgan and many other people.
但什么东西都送的，吃的
Everything
庙，吃的
is offered to me,
寺庙，
and food
穿的
is at the temples,
住的也差不多了，
and the clothings are given.
住
The
的
residences
是弟子供养，
pretty much are offered by disciples too.
行的车子，
The transports too given by Hanifa.
现在
The 2 cars.
玛莎拉蒂，
One is Maserati, one is Rolls Royce.
韩律
Were all given by Hanifa.
电动车出来了，电动车
And now
那里出来了，
we have an electric Rolls Royce, and Hanifa asked me, when should we buy?
部车没有
And I said,
就可以，
how can I handle 3 cars? 2 cars are enough.
加油的车不用了，
And one day,
动车的
when we don't need any more gas and it's complete electric, then we can buy.
跟我讲
There's enough time.
啊，
And someone told me, how come you're so dumb? You should accept
那
it.
部那个油的就可以卖，
Then the car that needs gas can be sold. But in my opinion,
卖了多了钱也是没有什么用。
so even if I sell it and the money has no use, even my shoes
有一个
were given by someone.
专门做鞋的，
Was given by a Taiwanese who specializes on making these high heel shoes.
袜子也是人家送。
And the socks too were given by other people.
那我这个衣服也可以卖，龙袍也可以卖，
I can also sell my clothes, the dragon robes, and the lama outfits someone
好
bought,
像也有人家买。
and also my lama bag,
另外，龙袍
a
卖，
dragon robe,
内衣
clothes, underwear
包括我用的
were
毛巾
bought,
也有人家买
and even the towels that I use and underpants were bought by several people too.
因为什么都卖，
So we sold everything
没有卖，
except the person.
人也卖了，卖给众生啦。
So I have sold myself too to sentient beings.
礼拜六、礼拜天，
Saturdays and Sundays,
从
I don't have any day
礼
off.
拜六
I give spiritual consultation from Mondays to Saturdays, and on Saturday we also have Dharma gathering, and Sunday we have Dharma ceremony and Homa and group practice on Saturdays, and spiritual consultations from Mondays to Saturdays. I have no day off, not even a day.
这个谈佛布施啊，
The perfection of giving paramita, I give my whole self to sentient beings.
快乐
And this is also a kind of joy.
化犯戒起十波罗蜜，
From the perfection of keeping the precepts
你
to transform the transgressions of the precepts. So this is the precept paramita.
持戒波罗蜜做什么呢？
So
犯戒，因为
if you
你就不会犯戒。
perform the perfection of keeping the precept, then you will not violate the precepts. Buddhists should keep the 5 precepts: not to kill, not to steal, not to lie,
然后不邪淫、杀、
not to commit sexual adultery, misconduct, and not to drink alcohol or be intoxicated. Those are the 5 basic precepts.
的话，你就
If you keep the precepts,
是犯法的事情，
then you would
犯法
eliminate violating the laws.
就等于是戒一样，
The laws are the same as precepts.
也有
So Buddhism has not to kill, not to steal, not to commit sexual misconduct, not to lie, not to drink alcohol.
这5戒，
The basic 5 precepts.
后来
After keeping the precepts, then you can arrive at the other shore.
当中的一样持戒，
It's one of the 6 paramitas.
以我法起，这个字怎么念？
From the perfection of endurance through the Dharma of no self.
善提波罗蜜，产提波罗蜜，产提波罗蜜，产提波罗蜜就是忍辱的意思。
That's the endurance paramita.
法我们懂的就是无我。
The true Buddha Dharma is to understand no self. So when others defame or slander Sangyen Lu, we just endure.
为什么忍辱呢？
Why
因为卢生燕是谁？
endure? Who is Sangyen Lu?
他只是一个名啊，
He's just a name.
他骂卢生燕，
So someone scolds or
他以前
berates
上啊，
Sangyen Lu, like in the past on the internet.
新加坡的啦，
Many people say from Singapore, from Malaysia, from Taiwan,
合起来，在
they
一起骂卢生
they grouped to defame Sangyen Lu on the internet. And because I don't know anything about the internet, I didn't feel anything.
啊，那时候啊，那个
Back then,
就跟我讲，
Master Lian Ning told me, oh, it's very serious, very serious.
怎么一点感觉都没有？因为
But I said, I don't feel anything because I never follow, I never check the internet. I don't have internet.
事都没有。
So when I don't see it, I don't hear it, nothing's the matter for me. And then Simo
在网络上做了一个，跟他们
did something on the internet. I was defamed.
学佛的人要知道一个事情，
But as Buddhists, you should know what is no self.
什么是我？
What is self?
这个外形是我吗？不是啊。
This external appearance, you? No.
出生的时候啊，
I look this way at 80.
没有穿裤子，
When I was born, I was naked without wearing anything
有我
or pants. I did wear clothes
着白纱来出世，
because I was born with the white
时候形象
veil
小学的照片，
and I look different.
中学的初中的照
the photos from elementary school, junior high, senior high, college time.
耳朵很小，哪里有耳垂？没有。
During college, my ears were tiny,
这样现在不是
no earlobes, but now it's different. The more I pull it down, the bigger they become. So I look
哪
different.
一个是卢胜彦？
So which one is Seng Yen Lu?
将来你不过是一个四大假合、地水火风假合的东西。
You're just an aggregate of the four elements. Once they disintegrate, nothing's left. So it's just a name.
所以你想到无我法，
So when you think about the Dharma of no self,
被人家骂。
then you should not worry about being defamed or scolded,
这个名号，
because the one that's being defamed is not you, it's just a name.
所以你懂得佛法，
So if you understand Buddha Dharma, then you can learn endurance. You're just in the dream.
那人家骂梦中的你，
And people scold you in the dream. Once you are awake, nothing's there. Nobody slanders you.
想一想，
There is no slander. And if you think this way, everything works.
如得到的，
Then you have endured. Then you have gained the unborn endurance. Unborn, because you were never born.
先只是一个梦，
Because the existence of you in the human world is just a dream. You've never come to the human world. You did not come and you did not go. You do not come and do not go. So, what would you
就想到这个了，你就能够忍入。
do? Nothing. So, if you think about that, then you can endure.
这善提波罗蜜，难提波罗蜜
Perfection of endurance through the Dharma of no self.
用的都是梵字啊，
Yeah, Santi Paramita. That's the Sanskrit.
忍入波罗蜜，
Santi Paramita.
能够忍入，
So you can endure.
这里又有一个第一页，便利也是精进，
And Piliye or diligence Paramita.
无我法，善提波罗蜜，就是忍入波罗蜜。这个忍入大家要记得，
So we should all remember about endurance. If you master endurance, then you will not lose your temper. There's nothing to be angry about. Unless you eat a spoiled or rotten egg, then you would feel bad. Then of course you would scold a little bit, but that's okay.
其实
Actually, in this world,
能忍则忍，
if you can endure it, we should.
真的没有什么好。
Really, there's nothing to fuss over.
不要急，
It's okay.
事情
Everything is fine. No big deal.
就是忍入。
This is about endurance.
你用忍入
Endurance paramita. You use endurance paramita because you understand the Dharma of no self. That's why you can have the perfection of endurance.
他不认识无我法，
But ordinary people, because they do not know the Dharma of no self, so
你受委屈，
when other people mistreat you or you feel wrong, then you would have grudges and resentments,
就是轮回的根本。
and those will become the source of transmigration or reincarnation.
说的
If you hate someone, then you will be bound by that someone to create the causes and effects, causes and conditions.
以色列跟巴勒斯坦，
So look at the war between Israel and Palestine.
巴勒斯坦当然怨恨以色列，
Palestine, of course, hates Israel.
来占掉我的整个巴勒斯坦的土地。
This little thing occupying our Palestinian land,
也有他的恨意。
and Israel also has their hatred
以色列的本身的
because the Palestinian restrict or impedes the development of Israel.
恨以色列，以色列
So the Palestinians hate Israelis, and this time Israel attack with violence.
以色列也是很恨那个团体叫什么哈，
So Israel also hates the Hamas.
所以两边起了焰，
So they have hatred between them. So that's cause and effect. That would be karma. With cause there's effect, effect there's cause. So it's hard to say who's right or who's wrong.
哪边错？
If in America you say that side is wrong, you'll be dead.
对哪边错，我们不能讲。
We can't say who's right or who's wrong.
哦，就被开除掉，
Then you would be kicked out.
这个不能讲。
We can't say anything.
那我们也知道这是因果，
And we know there's cause and effect in here.
为什么因缘果报？
Causes and condition.
验
Why? Because both sides they have that grudges between them in their heart minds.
以色列
Israelis hate Hamas and the Hamas hate the Israelis. And because they have resentments in between them,
家庭跟
there's karma,
家庭里面，
there's war.
还有家族
So between individuals, inside the family, between families, between clans, tribes, countries, are all the same. But spiritual cultivators are different.
入佛罗路，
And that's because of endurance paramita. That's the difference. Spiritual cultivators are different. It's 5:20 already.
今天这样子讲，大家了解吗？
So do you understand from my explanation today?
所以那个佛法是跟一般的世间
So therefore Buddha Dharma
是不一样。
is different from the worldly or mundane phenomena. Buddha Dharma teaches us to give others happiness, to alleviate others' suffering, and to do them with joy, and to give and forsake equally
佛法是教导，
and impartially, economously.
还要教导，
That's the teaching of the Buddha. And
你能够到达
it also teaches the 6 paramitas. And by the 6 paramitas, you can arrive at the other shore. So that's the spirit of the Buddha Dharma. That's all for today. Om Mani Padme Hum.
非常感谢根本
We are truly grateful to His Holiness Precious Dharma teaching. In a moment, there will be the empowerment for Marici Bodhisattva. And during the empowerment, please remember to visualize the deity, to form the mudra, and to recite the mantra. And please return your receivers right away. Please return your receivers right away. Thank you very much.
让我们恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛带领大家顶礼。
This ends the English interpretation today. Thank you very much.
"顶礼坛城做观想大礼拜，一拜根本传承上师及诸佛。嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心散印。二拜诸菩萨。嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心散印。三拜诸护法金刚。嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心散印。四平等一起手。 恭请师尊接受众线上的众弟子感恩之心。
谢谢师尊，谢谢师尊，感恩师尊，
感恩师尊，师尊，是佛佛体安康，是我的心人生活诸顺利，如意，身体健康，心灵和可以安康。健康，身体健康，弟子莲花的每个师父和师父，我们爱你哦，身体健康，佛体安康，感恩，
身体健康，身体安康，
身体安康，有自在，佛体安康，身体健康，美满如意一切，佛体安康，身体健康，自尊的，师尊身体健康，法轮，师尊感恩师尊加码，师尊你是师尊师尊感恩师尊身体安康，身体健康，师尊对了，我出咗之前好勁好轉轉，身體安康，身體健康，愛你師尊，師尊是法輪，師母身體健康啊，師尊，感恩身體健康，加持，你们愛你師尊，
身体健康，我爱大家。
身體安康，謝謝師尊，
爱你，
身體健康，
爱你，师尊，爱师父，爱师父，
謝謝師尊是我
来的加持，
愛你，身體健康，
尊加持开心，
谢谢师尊，谢谢众线上的同门，下周见，下周见哦，谢谢师尊，谢谢众线上的同门，
祝你此生早日福报，
下周见。
健康，师尊的加持，
拜拜。有没有不欢迎的人？谢谢关注我们好，谢谢。
Hi everyone, please return the translate receiver. Please return the translate receiver. Still missing 9 translate receiver. Please return the translate receiver. 恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛赐受摩利支天法灌顶，含有皈依灌顶。
消。
感恩师尊，
我的毕业是要出一切吉祥。感恩你，师尊，爱你，师尊，师尊。
祝我安师尊，你希望很快看到你的生灵。我爱你，师尊，
师尊辛苦了。
师尊。